G'day, this is Hugo from MicroChannel, and today I'll take you through our Staff Expenses app. So it's basically there to facilitate the user to do those expense claims and get that it's submitted into Intacct. So firstly, we'll log into our application. Now, this is just your normal Sage Intacct user and password that you can enter. So we don't have to specify anything else. They use the same details they get in. Now I'm displaying this today just on a computer. You can do this on a mobile screen as well, but for visual effect, I'll just use the normal screen. When that user is logged in, we associate or link the employee to a particular supplier. You can also see we can link credit cards. So if that's a corporate card, you can actually do the expense against that corporate card and just reimburse that supplier. In this case, we'll do a reimbursement to the employee. When we look at the type of expense, this is a predefined list that's available for selection. So they can just drop down and select the appropriate item there. If we look at the coding, how do we where do we expense this to? We can select that business unit or department, and this is also restricted by the user as well. So we can restrict the user, they can only see finance or sales, for instance, and that's all they'll have available. It is a possibility to go across multiple entities, so if you allow them, they can select different entities there as well. And we also allow the project module, so if you've got project dimensions active, you can bring that in and also make that billable, so you can on-charge that to the customer in the end. Any other dimensions, so a subgroup in this case, is available. And then we can add some notes as well to this document. Now, for this one, as we're generating invoice for this effectively, we can put in that document number or the receipt number that we've got. And then we also put in the total amount, including GST. It is possible to change that currency. So if it's traveled in a different currency, for instance, or spent in a different currency, you can put that in. We'll default in the expense date. And then from a mobile, we can take a picture there, so you can photograph that receipt, or we can, in this case, just browse for it and attach a document in there. Once we've got everything in, we can add that as part of the process, and then you can see at the bottom there, it's basically added, and you can see, we can still view the document, the attachment that we've done, and then we've got some actions. We can edit this or just remove it if we don't need it. At this point, we can draft it or submit it or add another expense. In my case, I'll submit that through, and that will then proceed and go into Intacct. So you can see as well that status will be updated there. It's submitted to Intacct. We'll jump into Intacct in a short while. From a user perspective on this application, you can also view prior expenses. So you can see if there's anything that's done previously and the status of where that's at this point as well. You can see there's a few that's submitted, some that's declined, a couple that's approved as well. So, just assisting them to see where it is. If it's eventually paid, it'll also update and they've got visibility of that. Now, when this hits Intacct, it goes into our purchasing side of things. So we've created a purchase into transaction there for staff expenses. And you can see there's the document that we've created today. We can view this one. And from that view, you've got your attachment. You can view the receipt. You can see where that was coded to and the total amount that it was done for. You also have that ability to see what that approval is. So with your normal approval structure, if Chelsea had to log in, she'll be able to approve that document and it'll become an invoice that's payable in accounts payable. Thank you for watching. See you next time.